Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 2014 film adaptation of Annie. Now, as you know, the 2014 version of Annie is a musical comedy film that was directed by Will Gluck, as well as being produced by Village Roadshow Pictures and being distributed by Sony Pictures. And of course, the film itself is meant to be a film adaptation of the 1977 Broadway musical of the same name, as well as being based on the comic strip Little Orphan Annie. Now, the premise of the film is meant to follow Annie, who is played by Quinzen Willis, who wants to know more about her parents, basically lives in foster care, and has to put up with Miss Hannigan. Now, Miss Hannigan in the film version of the 2014 one is a bit more of a drunk and a sort of no-nameless singer who ruined her chances. And I think her character really does work because it's meant to show how sometimes when someone rises up to a career, they end up ruining it by drinking, drugs, and so on. So, of course, we kind of see how Annie is saved by Mr. Stacks, who is trying to run for mayor of New York City. And, of course, Mr. Stacks is meant to be based on Daddy Warbucks. And I think Stacks' character really does work because you can tell he wants to go the distance, but at the same time makes costly mistakes. And we kind of see how he's kind of advised by his political advisor Guy to take Annie in. And at first, it's kind of clear that Guy is just using Annie as a promotional material just to get more likes and attention. But we kind of see how over time Will Stacks gets to bond with Annie, starts to kind of go into her world. And I think they really do that well because, again, imagine being a parent who gets to know more about their kids than what they do, and imagine finding what's best for them. And I think they really do nail it well. And I think what makes Grace, who's played by Rose Byrne, work is that you can tell she does act a bit like a mother figure to Annie, and you can tell she does disapprove of Guy's methods and even a bit annoyed with his more selfish and controlling behaviour. And I think what's interesting is, even at the start, you even have the actual version of Annie with the red hair and that at the start, and kind of meant to show you that this isn't the Annie you're going to see, you're going to see the black version of Annie. Which I think I can get it, diversity, changing things around, and all that. And I know the film did get a lot of negative reviews, but for me, it's watchable, but it's not trying to take itself way too seriously. I think for the most part, the film really does try to show you that this version of Annie we have in this one does actually know that her parents might not come, but she still wants to believe it. And I think it really does hit that mark where you want to believe that someone's going to come back for you, even though sometimes not everything is going to go the way you want it to. And I think what's even interesting is that, yeah, the film does have a bit of a message about trying to find what's important to you, as well as realizing that there's going to be people who do care about you, or those who just want to exploit you for personal gain. But I think for the most part, the 2014 film of Annie is watchable, but I think at the same time I can see why it got Golden Raspberry Awards as well as worst remakes. Again, it was a remake that didn't need to be made, but it was something that I think had potential to definitely still do some good. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.